This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, there's a couple of things I wanted to talk on, but it is overall going to be about haters. The 2 things, and one overall just talking on all of the different things that have happened over the past 10 years. My haters have been hating on me, like just all of the big giant events, whether it was a movie releasing, whether it was music, whether it was video games. But yeah, just overall like big things, or just overall people showcasing their creativity just for over the past 10 years. And then that's also kind of leading into the second thing that I was going to talk on, is challenging my haters to be creative, because I actually do want them to be creative. I want them to be successful. For the first time, I'll have to say, in 10 years that I've been dealing with these guys, I want them to do something productive, right? I'm going to get into that, but let's just talk on over the past 10 years, all of the different things that happened. And that was one of the first things that came to mind over the, I think he had been working on it longer than 10 years, but the third one, I don't think he's been working on it for no 10 years and stuff. I think he started working on it shortly after the second one. But the Avatar movies, James Cameron came out with 2 Avatar movies over the past 10 years. And both of those movies, I didn't even open up Google. I just opened up Audacity and just got to recording this podcast episode. But let's just see how much money them 2 Avatar movies made. So what was it? Fire and Ash was the last one. The Way of the Water, the Breath of the Water, the Way of the Water. Okay, I was like, I knew it was something, it was like of the water. I just couldn't remember what it was. But anyways, that movie made $2.3 billion. And then the sequel, Fire and Ash, that was pretty good, by the way, $1.3 million. That's just crazy to think that, like, the 2 times that James Cameron, he came out with those movies, it made over all of them, though, have made over $1 billion. I mean, it was good movies and stuff. But overall, though, and then, like, I guess just throwing that in there, Ubisoft, they made the Avatar video game, and it's like, it's one of those games where if you watch the movies and then you play the game, you're like, wow, like I actually get to experience the Avatar world. Like, I guess, like, because I know that they got like an Avatar park, I think, in Disney World. But overall, though, like, yeah, if you ain't got the money to go out and get tickets to go to Disney World to explore that park, because, yeah, there's going to be a lot of different things that you're going to have to do there. But also, even just thinking of that. But I'll get to what I was going to say about, like, parks and stuff like Universal and Disney. But, no, yeah, if you get you an Xbox, get you a PlayStation, or even a gaming PC, you get to see what the Avatar worlds look like and stuff. So, I mean, I'm saying, like, even Ubisoft did that, but let's just even talk on amusement parks, right? Disneyland and World, and then Universal Studios, Hollywood, and, like Orlando or something like that. All of the different parks that they've added, over the 10 years. Because I just remember, I think it was, because I've been to Universal Studios, because it was once, twice, I think it was 3 different times, 3 or 4 different, it was 3 different times. Okay, so, but just every time when I went there, it was always something different, and I think, the second time I went there, I think it was in 2017, I believe. Was it 2017 or 2016? It was between, but it was just overall still within that 10-year period. Even just talking on that, the trips that I've been on, and just I guess, like, the content that could come out of, and I guess I could, do that too, do more. Well, I did actually create a travel channel, like, where it's just talking on, like, traveling, giving people travel tips and stuff. So, but anyways, and I guess that's gonna probably be like a half thing that I am gonna talk on. It's just the content that I'm gonna come out with over the year. But no, yeah, I did want to, I am gonna talk on that more so towards the end of the episode, just giving my haters a 1 year, just 1 year, of, like, just overall that time of doing something creative with your platforms and stuff. But overall, still getting into, just all the stuff that's happened over the past 10 years. But, it's funny because I just kind of looked over to the right side of me, and seeing all the different sneakers that I have. But no, for those that didn't know, it will dang this it was I was thinking this the other day that this year it marks 10 years since I got into sneakers and stuff. I got into sneakers, I think it was in late 2016, but just seeing Adidas, Nike, Reebok, Puma, New Balance, what are some other sneaker companies out there? I guess like the high-end ones like Balenciaga, Gucci. What are some other popular ones? Off-White. What else? But just seeing all of the different sneakers that they released over the years. And the point that I'm trying to make is that see how all of these different people, when they actually put the time into themselves and they focus on themselves and they're not focused on other people, and they actually take the time to, you know, showcase their creative abilities and stuff, they actually get to accomplish something. They actually get to be proud of something. Because I'm saying the one dude, Virgil, I can't even say his last name, but the guy behind Off-White, all of the different things that he accomplished over the 10 years, and then, or I guess up until because I think, what was it? I can't remember when exactly he started coming out with them Off-White Jordans. But I feel like that even if he was already on the map, them Off-White Jordans skyrocketed his career, you know, or his brand and stuff. And I see that and I'm like, man, you know, that's dope. And then when I see where it's like actors and, you know, like, yeah, even talking on actors, not even like the people like James Cameron, like the directors and writers and stuff, but just overall, you see the amount of movies an actor has done over the past 10 years, and you still see it where a hater is in the same exact spot that they were in 10 years ago. And you have to honestly sit down and think about that. Like, why haven't I accomplished nothing in my life? You know, like Red Bull can come out with a bunch of different flavors over the past 10 years. What have you guys been doing? A musician, Kendrick Lamar, he came out with his album Damn. He came out with his album Mr. Morales or Mr. Morale. And then GNX. He came out with 3 albums within a 10-year period, and all of those albums did good. Then came out with probably his biggest song yet, and won a bunch of different awards for it. Hold on for a second. Let me just see how many awards he won for Not Like Us, because I have to say that is definitely going to probably be the biggest diss track of our time. But let's see, certifications. So I guess like with the dang, he went 6 times platinum in Australia, platinum in Belgium, diamond in Brazil, platinum in Canada. That is man, I didn't even know that, because yeah, Drake, he is from Canada and stuff. To go platinum in another like I guess your opposition's country, that's just wild to me. But diamond in France. What else? Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of different accomplishments that he reached for this song. And then it's like, yeah, they're staying on the charts and stuff. Probably still on the charts with that song. They don't really get into accolades. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, so I was about to say, I'm like, do they have like an award thing to let you know how many different awards? But overall, though, yeah, he was nominated. So just a mixture of like nominations and wins that he got. But just overall, going over all the different organizations that he, I think because that's how you have to like get your songs nominated, is that you have to submit the song. But overall, though, the organizations: Billboard Music Awards, BET Hip Hop Awards, BET Awards. See, that's what I'm saying. They be having a lot of different award shows. Because I even was thinking that one day. I'm like, fam, they seem like they have a BET Award show every month. But overall, though, yeah, BET Awards, MTV Europe Music Awards, MTV Video Music Awards, Grammys, and then Music Awards Japan. Fam, like, he's winning awards in different countries. Like, that's one of those things where it's like, you know, you gotta sit down and think about it. And then when you think about a hater, what have they been doing over the past 10 years? Like, that's one thing that I can say about my haters, is that I've not seen nothing from them that I can be like, wow, well, they did this. Oh, well, they did that. Oh, well, no, you can't say that about them, because honestly, ask yourself that question. What does, besides hating on people, what does a hater do? What do we know of a hater where they can, I guess they can be proud of something, or it's even something that we can mention or talk about? Because over the 10 years that I've dealt with my haters, it's like, fam, I wouldn't even know where to start. Like, if somebody was all like, you got a minute to just come up with something that your haters did, or you're going to lose on $1 billion or something, I'm probably going to start crying, because I'm like, I came this close to having $1 billion, and I can't even answer that question, where it's like, I guess it could be like a question that's like, it gets that universal answer of, oh yeah, we can all agree on that. No. Because there is nothing that a hater has done where it's like, at least through the haters that I've seen, and I have to say probably, yeah, that, mentioning him again, Kendrick Lamar, he's the only successful hater that I've seen, but I feel like he had his reasons though. Like I said, there's definitely, I should do that though, do like a deep dive in the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, because I feel like it's a lot more than just music and what we know and stuff. It has to definitely be something behind closed doors. But overall though, let's think of books, because I just got to looking at that, the amount of books that have came out over the past 10 years, book writers, they taking the time, like there was even the one book writer that contacted me and involved me in their book. I was like, I had to say that was probably one of the, and I'm actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save all of the accomplishments that I made over the year. I'm going to save that towards the end of this and then get into the challenging haters and stuff. But overall though, like seeing the amount of books that have came out, because there's a gang of books that I done bought over the past 10 years, from books that recently came out, books that have been out for some time. But it's like, just seeing that, and then just even a person that sits down and reads a lot of books, like that's even something to be proud of, and you can say that you accomplished that, like, oh, because there be people that be all like, oh, I read like 100 books a year, and it's like, so you just sit in a library, or just, because I'm trying to think, I feel like you could go into a like in a Barnes and Noble and go and just read, like you don't have to actually buy the book and stuff. Like I don't know, because it seemed like it would be cheaper than doing the library situation, because you gotta have like a subscription, I think, to go off up in libraries, right? Like you can't just no, I think you could check it out, and then it's weird. It's been years since I've been to a library and stuff, so I'm like, I can't even begin to, because I'm like, yeah, and you got the internet and things. But even if we just talk on that, let's just talk on the internet, and the amount has just over all the different things that have happened over the internet over the years, from social media accounts, pretty much becoming some of the most popular social media accounts, from TikTok. What are some other ones? I guess if we want, well, I wouldn't say Twitter, because I was getting ready to say X, but I'm like, nah. I have to say TikTok would probably be the biggest social media account. But even if we just talk on all the different things that have been added to other social media accounts, from Instagram and YouTube, like adding like new features and stuff, I can't really say too much about Facebook. Facebook just seems like it's kind of like, how like a person, they'll rearrange their house or their apartment. That's what Facebook pretty much does. They ain't nothing new or different with Facebook. I mean, like, I feel like whatever features that another company, because it's through not through Instagram. I think Instagram is through Facebook. So whatever Instagram got going on, that's what Facebook got going on. So that's why I'm like, yeah, Facebook, like I said, it's pretty much a person's place that just rearranges stuff. Like they haven't really added nothing new in there. Maybe one feature, a couple of features, but other than that, it's like, you look at Instagram, and then just even looking at the content creators that done came out of those different platforms and stuff, and you see the from KSI, he's like, and it's just crazy to me where I seen KSI where he was doing FIFA videos. Now it's like he's this he's a businessman, it's like this man got energy drink, or like a hydration energy drink, but Prime, he has that going on for himself. He had the music game unlocked for a while. He had the what else? The boxing stuff locked on for a while. Then when you look at some other content creators, I mean, even you look at his brother, he done accomplished a lot and then that's the thing too, where it's like you can say with these guys that they've accomplished millions of views, millions of subscribers. What else, and it's like, and that's just through multiple platforms and stuff. And then it's like going right back to haters. What have you guys accomplished? And that's the crazy thing about it. It's like, and then the funny thing is, because I feel like that they will ask me that question, like, what have I accomplished? What have I done where I can be proud of it? And I'm like, fam, 10 years ago, when it came to content creating, because I remember in 2015, I was losing subscribers. And then, it was like, I think, cause yeah, I got a shout out from, Ask a Gangsta. And then I was also kind of getting into, reaction videos, but I would say that shout out through Ask a Gangsta, it really did help, put my channel back up and things. So from that, and then also doing reaction videos, that really put my channel in good graces and things. But overall though, But yeah, just the amount of content that I've uploaded, like uploading, cause hold on for a second. Let me just open up my two main channels. I guess the channels that I've had the longest, but opening up Social Blade and checking the amount of videos that I have. Hold on for a second. TMossBoss Gaming. Okay, here we go. So on my I didn't even realize the number. It always changes. Like, cause I guess with me, it's like I really don't pay attention to the amount of videos I upload and stuff. But overall though, cause yeah, it gets to a point where it's like you lose count. Like if I were to start adding up videos at the beginning of the week, I'm losing count by like halfway in the week and stuff. But on my main channel, I have over 13,000 videos. And then on my gaming channel, I have over 6,000 videos. And that's the funny thing with that is that they always want to pay attention to the subscribers and the views, because that was something that I always would bring up to my haters, is that they don't get no subscribers and views. And it's like, you guys still don't get no subscribers and views. At least for me, I can say that there's multiple videos that I've uploaded over the years where they've achieved well over millions of views. Like, my thing is this: can any of my haters say that they have a video that has over 23 million views? Can you guys say that you have at least over 10 million views? Can you guys even at least say that you have over 1 million views on the video without faking it, without having to go to one of those websites and buying your views and buying your subscribers like you guys usually do? Can you genuinely say that you've earned every single subscriber and view that you've, I guess with whatever videos that you've uploaded? Can you genuinely say that you earned all that, the subscribers and views? Because if not, it's like, fam, you are in no place of business to be talking about me, what I got going on with my content. Because the funny thing is, they'll always bring up like the most recent videos. They don't want to bring up the videos that actually had an impact on my channel and stuff. But that's kind of like, I guess if we're saying Michael Jackson, for an example, when you look at some of his like last few songs that he recorded versus his like biggest hits from like back in the 80s and stuff, and that's how that people genuinely think too. They're like, oh no, we got to look at his most recent or his last few songs that he released. And it's like, no, people are gonna be, the thing is this: you might want to believe that everybody's just only going to pay attention to the most recent stuff. But when it really comes down to it, how people are actually, and you're not in control of how people think. All right. This is how, just based off of from what I've seen, people are going to be more attached than the most viewed videos than it is the most recent videos. I'm pretty sure over the years, it's like, yeah, and you look at a lot of different content creators that have grown, like just goes over the 10-year period, fam. I can't even begin to count the amount of content creators that I've seen blow up through content creating, whether it was TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, I guess, like, yeah, even Facebook and things. But yeah, there's been so many different content creators that have blown up over the years. So how is a person, and the thing is this, because that's how I look at content creating. When I'm not uploading, other people are uploading. So of course you're gonna get further down in the ranks. And it's funny how like a hater, they want to, like, I guess, make you feel bad. And it's like, fam, what you're doing, and I guess maybe they might not realize it, but you're self-projecting. It's like you're trying to make me feel bad for stuff that you're already doing. And it's like, that's the difference between myself and you, is that I'm actually creative with the content that I do. I can sit around and make music and make comedy skits and do all of this original content. You guys, on the other hand, you have to wait for something to happen in order for you to make content about it, and that's the funny thing about it, is that when you look at a lot of different, just not even just with my haters, but just a lot of different haters in general, are you guys like memorable people? Are you people where it's like, oh, we can sit around and talk about you and make content on you? Because that's one thing about it, and I've said this before and I'm saying it again, I've never seen, besides Kendrick Lamar, but I've never seen a successful hater. So that's why I wanted to get into this next part of this podcast episode, is challenging you guys with whatever it is, but it can't be about me, because I feel like that they'll try to twist my words and misuse what I'm saying and stuff, and they're like, oh, well, I'll just use my creativeness to make a video about you. No, that's old. All right, come up with something new, come up with something different, because my thing is this: if you're trying to be successful with content creating, sitting around making TMossBoss videos, that's not going to make you successful. All that's just going to do it's kind of, I look at it as like a person pretty much doing drugs. It's like, yeah, it's going to only help you out for that short little period and stuff, but eventually it is is going to get to the point where it's like, you are going to have to change. You are going to have to do something better with your life. Sitting around doing the same old, then expecting something to happen, fam, ain't nothing. Like, and just overall, seeing that though, like throughout the years, seeing my haters where they'll like, they'll post about like, or try to like, promote a video that they're making about me. And it's like, fam, who's sitting around waiting for a video to be uploaded about me? Not one single person. The funny thing is, if we go back in time and change up that whatever days, you upload the video about me and stuff, and just had it where the videos never came out, the world would still be the same. Like, ain't nothing gonna change or be different in things. So that's why I'm like, but no, that's overall what I wanted to do for this part of the episode, is challenge you guys. Like, so for the whole year, I want you guys to come up with the most creative content possible. And if you need some advice, fam, I'll do a whole podcast episode letting y'all, as a matter of fact, no, I ain't even gonna do a podcast episode. Just giving you guys some ideas right now. Make some music. Do achievement hunting stuff with video games, or just find new things to do in a video game. So like for Grand Theft Auto, find like a new activity or do something that nobody has ever did before in that game, or upload a video that nobody has ever uploaded before with that video game. But it could be any video game. It ain't even gotta be Grand Theft Auto, but I just said Grand Theft Auto because there's a lot of different stuff that you can do in there and things. But do some gaming content, do music content, do comedy skits, find a sport and tell people interesting facts about those sports, and it's like videos that nobody, but upload videos that have never been uploaded before. Because if you're wondering why you're still stuck in the same place that you were 10 years ago or however many years ago uploading videos about me, because ain't nobody sitting around wanting to see the same video that we've seen 10 times over. So, but no, overall though, that's what I want you guys to do. Come up with something new. Come up with something different. I'm still going to stand by what I said last year. I'm not going to be focused on the haters. I'm not going to be. But no, I actually have been going through my journal and journals and just writing down a bunch of different ideas, stuff that I can do for content creating. So I do plan on making music, but it's just going to be a lot of different content being uploaded. But overall though, let's just kind of have this as a little, competition and stuff. Let's just see overall who can come up with the most amount of creative content. Let's not worry about views. Let's not worry about subscribers, because I feel like y'all would overall. But no, my thing is this: if you upload a video and it gets more subscribers, and you get more subscribers and more views than me, cool, fine, brag about it. All in my comment sections, tweets, Twitch streams, whatever the case is, brag about that stuff. But if my thing is this, if it's just gonna be content about me, fam, nobody's not gonna care about that. And then it's like, oh, I got thousands of views, I got millions of views talking about you and stuff. It's fake. Ain't nobody gonna be, millions of people across the world ain't gonna be watching no TMossBoss hate video. All right, sit down and think about that. But anyways, with that being said, but I'm gonna I feel like that it's cheating a little bit, because by the time this episode comes out, I really don't know how much content I'm gonna have in store for you guys. But overall though, when this when you guys do hear this episode, and if you are a hater, even if you're not a hater, it's like, still, let's just have, even for the fans and supporters, let's just have a little friendly competition. I feel like I should have like a public space. We're not a public space, maybe like Discord or Twitch or something like that. But it's just overall though, let's just have ourselves a little friendly internet competition, I guess for the fans and the supporters and stuff. But for the haters, I ain't gonna be friendly with you guys, all right? So let's overall just call it a competition. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna get to work working on some content. I feel like I got some ideas for some music. Definitely going to do that. Comedy skits, all that stuff. There's gonna be a lot of different content, coming out over the pretty much this year and things. So, but anyways, talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.